From dating to relationships, from sex to love, from Christianity to politics, from darkness to light, you have now entered into the Real Zone. Welcome to Conversations with Trent, where no topic of conversation is safe from discussion. Now, here he is, Mr. Epic himself, Trent Williams.
What's going on? What's going on, beautiful people? Welcome to the first Gumbo Talk conversation with Trent and friends, featuring the lovely Coach Dee. The first one of the year. And of course, Coach Dee's coming through, causing trouble again. She normally gets the hate mail and all that stuff, but I got a couple of emails from a couple of people who had respond to the topic. Find it quite interesting. So we're going to bring that to Coach D, see what she's talking about. But the topic for tonight is, are you really low maintenance, or you just don't know your worth? Are you really low maintenance, or you just really don't know your worth? Let's bring Coach D and let's see what's on her mind and why did she choose this topic to come in on the first of the year.
Hey there.
What's up, man?
You know what? I didn't think this would get the reaction that it did. Like, we haven't even discussed it yet, and people are already upset. Like, already. I'm like, well, hit dogs holler, right?
Well, so, I want to read. Start it off. We'll read from a viewer. I won't call her name, but she says, and I quote, "I'm extremely low maintenance. Speak my love languages, and I'm easy to be with." So extremely low maintenance. Speak my love languages, and I'm easy to be with.
My question is, why does it take no effort to love her? Right? So here's the thing. In order for somebody to give you your love via your love languages, that required effort. That's not low maintenance.
What does
Extremely
that look like?
Low maintenance means you are hiding in a corner and not requiring any effort to love.
One more time, back that up.
That you're hiding in a corner and not requiring any effort, right? Low maintenance is a trauma response, right? People will take up as little space as possible because they don't believe that they're lovable if they take up too much space. Right? So think about when you're a child and you can tell when somebody is angry by their footsteps, or by how the car door closed, or how the music that was played. Those are all trauma responses.
What does that look like before, we get this hate mail and all this stuff? What does that look like? When you say trauma response, why is that a trauma response?
Like, people will tell you that they're an empath. No, love, you're not. You've been either physically, mentally, or emotionally abused at some point. And that's why you can read a room, because you're reading what the other person is giving off in order to regulate your own response. Right? So when people tell me, oh, I'm low maintenance, I'm like, why are you low maintenance? You don't have standards and requirements?
Right.
And they're like, what do you mean standards and requirements? I'm like, in order for somebody to love you, low maintenance does not mean they don't do anything.
When I tell folks that, right? When I tell folks that, like, I require a lot. And, I tell them exactly what I require. Oh, you just stuck on yourself. No, I'm not. This is what I require.
Yeah.
It's simple. That it doesn't mean that, it's in an egotistical way or anything like that. This is what I require. This is what I want for me.
Yeah. So this is where the self-worth comes into. Why are you not requiring people to give the effort that they should be doing? Like,
exactly.
if you don't feel you're worthy, that's when you allow things to be dismissed. You don't get Christmas gifts. You don't.
So when I got that message, right, a huge red flag went up for me when she said, "I am extremely low maintenance."
Yeah, people
just know my love languages, and I'm easy to be with.
It's not low maintenance to know a love language, though.
One more time.
It's not low maintenance to know a love language. That requires effort.
Ladies and gentlemen, all hate mail goes to
Listen,
dlayler@gmail.com.
they were sending it before we even started, so it is what it is. But here's the thing: too often people think that minimizing themselves is a good thing,
Right.
but it's not. Right? Minimizing yourself and lowering your requirements is not a good thing. You're worthy to be loved the way you want to be loved.
Exactly.
Right? If that means you want flowers weekly, then that is a requirement for you. There's so many
When
people that they put up with so much, and it's like, oh, that's just the way he is. I'm like, well, no, that's not low maintenance. You're not low maintenance if they're just not doing it. There's a
exactly.
difference,
Exactly. And
right?
a lot of folks don't realize that. And particularly, to be honest with you, a ton of women don't really realize that when they say, "Oh, I'm very easy," and that's no, because the average man will take advantage of that.
Yeah,
He will take advantage of you saying extremely low maintenance.
yeah,
The average man will take advantage of that.
yeah. A
And it's
lot of
just the
people get
honest truth.
Yeah, a lot of people get maintenance mixed up with hair and nails. That's not maintenance. That's just being a girl. You know?
Exactly.
There's a lot of stuff, other stuff like knowing what your favorite foods are, knowing what your favorite color are, right?
Right.
Like if your husband, there's an example. I have two friends. We had a Zoom meeting because they wanted to talk about this subject too. And
Hmm.
one of the ladies, her husband keeps a note in his phone of all the restaurants they go to and what she orders at each particular restaurant.
That's
So if
somebody
he
who pays
stops,
attention.
yeah, so if he stops on the way home, he automatically orders, no matter if she said she's hungry or not,
Right.
right? And the other woman's husband couldn't bother to remember what her birthday is,
Right.
right?
I get it.
So it's not about how much, it's about how much effort they are putting in, not how much effort is required. So you can say
Exactly.
you're low maintenance because you don't get your hair and nails done, but that doesn't mean you're a low maintenance person,
Right.
right? Too much,
I get it.
too many people get money mixed up with self worth, quality time, affection, stuff like that.
Exactly. I totally agree with that. And you hit that one on the money because a ton of folks that I spoke with, women in particular, it came back to the finance piece of it.
Yeah,
Came back to the monetary thing of it. I'm like, I don't think she's talking about that.
no, it's
I
not
don't think
money.
she's talking about that at all.
Mm-mm. No, I'm high maintenance because I expect you to know what my favorite flower is. I expect you to know that I don't like roses.
Right.
We've had this conversation before. I've done
Yeah.
people because they gave me roses. My favorite flower is tulips. You know, if you remember the little stuff, that means you are putting in effort,
Exactly.
right?
Exactly.
No one,
Absolutely.
male or female, should be low maintenance.
So let me ask you something. Let me ask you something. You being a lady, why do women think that the maintenance piece is getting your hair done, getting your nails done, going pamper yourself? Why they think that way?
Because society has made it that way. We live in a capitalistic society where everything is based on money,
Right.
right? So we base our emotions on money. So when somebody says they're high maintenance, everybody automatically goes to money.
Right.
Money is easy. Money is everywhere,
Pretty
right?
much.
You can throw
Right.
$1,200 at somebody, tell them to get their nails done. That doesn't make them high
Right.
maintenance. High maintenance means that you know what color she's going to pick and would buy her
When
flowers
when
to
you
match.
sent this over via text, I was laughing. I was like, she got a twist to this. I know she has a twist to it. And the people that I was talking to her all week, they was like, "What are you talking about? Low maintenance? I'm
Mhm.
I'm I'm very low maintenance." I'm like, I don't think she's talking about that. I
No,
don't think that this is not what she
I'm not.
means.
No, I'm not. That's why people get. Here's the thing. I was Too many people are title readers and not book readers.
Right,
You'll,
right.
you'll see it all the time in social media. There'll be a video come up and they'll read the title and won't watch the video, but have tons to say about it, right?
Well,
So
we've been back here
here's
for
what
a
we,
while now, so they should know that when we actually write these titles up and write these topics up, we're clickbaiting them.
oh
They
yeah,
know once you get in, you're gonna learn something. Once
yeah,
you get in, it's straight talk.
it's not about. They should have clued in when I said self worth.
Right,
That should have been the key that there was something else we were going to talk about
right.
because
So pretty much what you're saying is a person who says they're really low maintenance, they're thinking about the monetary stuff. They're not talking about the important stuff, the things that he should know,
Yeah.
things that he does. That means he's attentive. If he knows what type of food you like, he knows your likes and your dislikes. That's the type of maintenance you're speaking of.
Yeah, because that's high maintenance.
Right.
Because that requires effort.
Exactly.
Right? It requires effort to know what meal your wife would order if they were going to, if he was stopping at TGI
And
Fridays.
again, just like you said, to piggyback off of what you said earlier, ladies, the average man could throw $200 at you to go get a pedicure and hair done and nails done and all that stuff. That's easy. That's real easy.
Yeah, it's
But
the
is he
hard stuff.
attentive to you?
Yeah.
That's the question.
And it goes both ways, right? Men,
Right.
I'm sorry, are notoriously not putting the effort in recently, statistically. But it's when you look at things and you stop and you think about what actually maintenance of a relationship is.
Right.
Like, are they putting in the communication? Are they putting in the affection?
Give them a deep thought. Give me a deep look into what you're saying just now. What you just said. Give them give them a bird's eye view what that looks like.
So what you want is somebody who is willing to communicate with you on a good day and a bad day. Who's not going to give you the cold shoulder or the silent treatment if you have a disagreement. Somebody who's going to love you no matter how healthy or unhealthy you are.
Right.
Right? You don't want somebody who's going to dump you when you get diagnosed with cancer if they really truly love you. Because that happens way too often.
Exactly. What is that moral compass? Right.
Yeah.
I got you.
So much people get caught up in the superficial, easy things. They forget about the hard things.
I'm glad you brought that up. I have a neighbor. She's come on a couple of times and she talked to you a couple of times. And she's always speaking on how for a man to come into her life, he has to be financially fit, blah, 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 all this other stuff. But she's always focusing on the monetary stuff. And I tell her all the time, it's like, hey, listen, you got to look past that for a moment and see what this guy, what his moral compass looks like.
Yeah.
She was like, nah, he got to come with that money. I was like, but that's why you keep getting trash.
Yeah.
This is why you keep getting trash.
Yeah, because money does make life easier, but it doesn't make a relationship easier. Because if they're not putting in the effort and they're just throwing money at you, right? How happy you can pretend to be happy because you have a bunch of Hermes purchases or red bottoms, but that doesn't mean anything's going well.
Exactly. We got a quick comment. Let's see what it is.
Alvin said evening panel.
What up, Al Sal?
Yep.
Yeah, so she's always talking about the monetary stuff. And like I tell all the time, I say, this is why you keep picking up trash. This is why you keep picking up bums. You're not looking for the moral compass. You're not looking for, he couldn't tell you your likes and your dislikes.
Yeah.
But you'll take that monthly check from him and whatnot. I said, yeah, the money is cool. It's important. But what else does he bring to the table?
Yeah.
What else is he giving you? Does he make you feel comfortable within yourself?
Yeah.
Is he doing everything he's supposed to as a man? When you focus on the money, man, that's a terrible situation in itself. You could be unhappy with a pocket full of money. Which one will you take?
Yeah, you can be very unhappy with a lot of money. So
exactly.
So you have money doesn't feed your soul. Right? So,
one more time for the people in the back.
I said money doesn't feed your soul.
Absolutely.
Right? You can have stacks of cash and be happy because you have stacks of cash and you can do lots of different things. But and I've talked to lots of people about this who have lots of money, and they said, yeah, the money's great. I can buy whatever or whoever I want.
Exactly.
And I'm like, but I don't want to buy people. I want people. Exactly. Like, I have a friend who doesn't tell people how much money they have. Specifically dresses so that they don't look like they have money, and drives like a normal car, because if people found out how much money they have a different personality.
Right.
So, and it's interesting when you look at how some people have to manage expectations to avoid people who have expectations. Does that make sense?
Break it down.
Because when it comes to a lot of money, not everybody has the same guideposts in life. not the
Right.
same compass. They have very different views on money and how you treat people who have money and how you treat people who don't have money.
Right.
Right? That's the easiest way to tell what kind of person it is to watch how they treat people who are serving them.
That's
Right?
true.
If
You're right.
they treat them badly, then that's not a good person. Right?
Exactly.
So
Exactly.
and
But
life is
focusing, in my opinion, and I'm sure you'll agree, focusing on the monetary piece is tragedy from the start.
mm,
It's 9 times out of 10, you could have a guy, you know, getting your nails done, getting your hair done, and he's treating you like the maid.
hmm
He's treating you like a secondhand citizen.
yeah.
That there's no quality in that. There's no worth in that at all. Yeah, you
Yeah,
look nice on the outside, but what's happening on the inside? You inside
but
because the way you're
too
being
often,
treated.
too often people will um, equate their self worth with how much somebody's willing to spend on them.
One more time.
Too often people will equate their self worth based on how much somebody will spend time on them.
Wow. Wow. Look like,
Because
hey, Martine, my favorite Detroiter.
hey, Martine, because well, think about this. You see people who don't want to go on a date unless they're spending $300 or something, right?
Right.
What's the purpose behind that? And they're like,
Exactly.
well, it's to show effort. I'm like, $300 is not showing any effort.
Exactly. I gave an example. I had a conversation with a friend of mine right before we went on, maybe like an half an hour before we went on. So I
Mhm.
told him a topic, right? So his wife got it, but he didn't get it. So I was like, Mike, I said, he said, I don't understand. Little mate, I don't understand. I was like, easy, because when I was dating, when I was young dating and throwing money at women and all this other stuff, taking to these nice fancy restaurant, all that stuff, I take him to dinner, cheat on him later. Where's the
Mhm.
quality in that?
Yeah.
But she's accepting it because of the places I'm taking her.
Mhm.
Where's the
Yeah.
quality in that? You'll end up with a guy like Romello.
Mhm.
You'll end up with that type of guy who, oh, he looks nice. He makes me feel good. But what's happening on the inside? Once he drop you off,
Yeah.
he's off to the next one.
Exactly. Right. And it's like the little things. I would go out to dinner, and remember, I only drink Chardonnay.
Yeah.
So people would be, if somebody would order a red for me, I'd be like, why are you ordering me a red when I only drink Chardonnay? That's
I'm
what I
glad you
like.
brought that up. I'm glad you brought news flash. Folks, everybody who knew I loved Chardonnay, this is the lady that turned me on to Chardonnay
Yeah.
years
I
ago.
love a nice Chardonnay. You know what?
Yeah.
That's just my thing. I
Right.
red wine and I just don't get along. I don't know what it
Right.
is, but we don't. And I had somebody take me out to dinner once, gave me roses, and then ordered red wine. I'm like,
He wasn't
this
paying
is not gonna
attention.
work. I'm like, this is not gonna work. He's like, what do you mean? I'm like, I hate roses and I don't like red wine. We've
Right.
already had this discussion. And people are like, well, Dee, that's kind of I'm like, no, that is high maintenance. Okay? It's not about money, it's about knowledge.
And nothing's wrong with that.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing's wrong with that. I know male and female, when they see this, when you say that, it's high maintenance. There's nothing wrong with that. This is
Yeah.
your standard. So
Mm-hmm.
if I can't meet that standard saying, hey, I'm gonna get you birds of paradise, that means I'm in the wrong league.
Yeah.
If I fail on giving you that short, that means I'm in the wrong league.
Yeah.
I shouldn't
But
even be in your arena.
here's the thing. I had somebody go out and handpick flowers from their garden. Beautiful. Loved it.
Exactly.
Absolutely loved it. And they're
Exactly.
like, but it didn't cost me anything. And says it's not about the money. It's about the
That's the
effort.
quality in it.
Yeah. So it's like,
And just
I
like you
don't
said
like
early in the
roses.
program, this is where things get, you know, clogged and cluttered when they
Yeah.
start thinking about where's the quality in it, where's the worth. Just
Yeah.
because it's
And
high dollar, that don't mean it's worth anything.
yeah. And like I was so sad during Christmas when we were watching all these videos about husbands who don't fill their wives' Christmas stockings. Right?
Why is that?
That's so sad because they're like, well, I don't need that. I'm not. Then there's other women like it makes me so sad every time I like. There's never any gifts underneath the tree for me unless I buy them myself.
Wow.
Right? That's what is deemed low maintenance. They're not doing any effort.
Right.
Right? High
Right.
maintenance. He's figured out what you wanted or what you've asked for, and he's bought exactly what you've asked for or what he thinks you'll like. he's filled your Christmas stocking.
One more time for our lady listeners. What's high maintenance? One more time.
High maintenance is when somebody puts in the effort. We're not talking money, but they put in the effort. Like they buy you at Christmas, they buy you the gift that you asked for, you wanted. They fill your Christmas
Right.
stocking, right?
Right.
They know that if you're not feeling well, that chicken noodle soup will make you feel better.
Right.
Stuff like that. Like they know what your favorite movie is. They know
Or
that you prefer
they'll know
strawberry
not to actually
popcorn.
they'll
Yeah,
know not to actually order lobster for you once you go to the restaurant.
exactly. Exactly. Right? Stuff like that.
Right.
And
Right.
people realize that is harder to do than throwing money at people.
Right.
It's easy to throw cash. It's easy to take somebody shopping, right?
And this is what I meant when I said, I'm speaking to the audience at this point. This is what I meant when I said, how are you feeling on the inside after the date, after your encounter with this guy? How you feeling on the inside? Yeah, you got about 500 out of him, but how you really feeling on the inside?
Yeah. Like think of it this way. What so I have a favorite lip gloss. So what if your favorite lip gloss got discontinued and the gentleman bought you found 6 of them? How would that
Right.
make you feel? Or he gave that is a completely different feeling than he gave you money to buy 6 of them,
Right. Right.
right?
Right. So it looked like
And
we
that's
got a couple more people coming through here. I want to read
yeah.
this comment from a viewer. I'm not going to call her name. Dee's going to react to it for you guys. So she says, as she got the topic, she says, I'm extremely low maintenance,
Mhm.
know my love languages, and I'll be easy to be with.
That's not what low maintenance is though. In order to know somebody's love language, that's high effort,
Right, right, right,
right? It's easy to
right,
be with somebody when they're putting in the effort. That's high maintenance. Low maintenance is they're not putting any effort in,
right.
right? And nobody's easy to be with is not putting any effort in because you're not getting your needs acknowledged or your desires fulfilled,
Exactly,
right?
exactly. Again, how do you feel after the fact? How are you feeling after the fact? Okay, yeah, he knows your love language. But what is he doing with it?
Yeah.
Again, he
And,
knows your love language, but what is he doing with that knowledge?
and Martine says, "That's me. I pay attention to the small details." Are they really
That's right.
small details though? Are they really small details? Are
Well,
we
he didn't come to play
minimizing?
tonight.
Yeah. Uh, Martine says, I'd have tears in my eyes if my guy knew that I'd be trying to get a hold of my favorite lipstick color and he found it for me. Yeah, because that matters.
It's the
That's high
small things,
maintenance.
yeah.
Yeah. It may seem like a
Oh,
small thing, but it takes effort in order to go out and find it. Right?
absolutely.
So
Absolutely.
you can
And I
throw money
think
at
in
people.
today's climate, I really think that male and female, we get it misconstrued. We just don't, we're always focused on a monetary thing till we forget
Mhm.
about what really matters to us.
Yeah,
We completely forget about what really matters to us, right? Like for me, even in this condition, all I want is a simple, how you doing?
right.
How you feeling today? How was the gym? How was yoga?
Hmm.
Simple, very simple. You know, I'm on the other side of this, man. I'm a totally different man than what I was before.
Right.
What matters to me now is ask me how I'm feeling, how I'm doing. That goes a long way.
Hmm.
I don't care if bringing me food or whatever, cooking me dinner. Uh, Okay, cool, but how I'm feeling. You know the situation.
Yeah.
It's the
And
important things that count. That's what's important to me.
people get too wrapped up in what they deem, um, what society has deemed was important things, right?
Exactly.
And then they forget that individual peoples have individual needs and individual wants, right?
Right.
I know I have a friend who loves to read, absolutely loves to read. Her
Right.
ex-husband hated to read, right? The guy she was talking to, on the third date, he bought her a brand new series that her favorite author had written that she didn't have yet,
Exactly. That
right?
sounds like a man who's very attentive.
Hmm.
It sounds like a man who's paying attention to what she likes, her likes and dislikes. I mean,
Oh yeah, like I
this
saw
stuff is
there
not
was
rocket science, man. It's simple.
no, I saw a picture on YouTube or not YouTube, Facebook, where a lady was talking about her husband, her mother, and her new husband, She said her dad hated her mother's mug collection, and then had a
Mm-hmm.
picture of this new guy building her a wall with shelves to put all her mugs on.
Huh,
And I'm like, see, that's not low effort.
exactly.
That's high maintenance because he's got to do stuff to know to keep her happy.
Exactly. Martine says,
Not really small, important. Yeah. And she says,
exactly.
I'm a Virgo and I'm usually 98% in tune. So,
Good
yeah.
stuff. Absolutely. Yeah, I found that quite funny. Like again, when I sent the topic out, they totally was off the mark, male and female.
Oh yeah.
Just one got it. I was like, okay, you get it. Tune in.
No,
But
I mean,
when you talk about maintenance, it's sad that people think about money all the time. The upkeep, your hair, your nails, or haircut, and all this other stuff.
well, we live in a
How they make you feel
consumer
inside.
society. Yeah.
Exactly.
Let me find the 1 second here.
Like how you truly feel on the inside after you've had that exchange with your partner. How do you feel on the inside
Yeah.
after you've had that dinner? Yeah, I spent 200 on you, but I didn't pay much attention to you.
Yeah. That's like I told
Conversation
you
was blah.
I texted you the email that I got that um, if a woman says she's low maintenance, this guy said she knows her place. I'm like, no, sir, you're just lazy. It is what it is.
You called him lazy,
Yes, I called him lazy. If you're not putting in any effort, you're lazy.
pretty much.
Because
And
people
if he's not
require
putting
effort.
in the effort,
Relationships
I mean, he
require
really
effort.
doesn't care.
Mm,
So I
it's
don't
all
care
about him.
what he's spending on you. I
Yeah,
don't care what he's spending on you. I used to do that a ton. I'd spend money on him and shut him up.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, he doesn't care. If he's not paying attention to you, he does not care.
yeah.
He's
I had a
made it
friend.
about him.
I had a friend who introduced me to a gentleman. I'm like, hi, I'm D. And here in the DC, DMV area, people introduce themselves by what they do. And he's
Right.
like, I work at NASA. I'm like, okay, that doesn't tell me anything about you. And he just looked at me. And I'm like, tell me about you. He's like, oh, nobody's ever asked me that question before. I'm like, well, so you have a job.
Exactly.
Do you read? He's like, I'm a
Is
rocket
that is
scientist.
that a
I'm like,
quality trait of high maintenance? What you just said?
what, having a job?
No, no, no. What
No.
you asking him certain things?
Yeah. Who are you?
I take it that you were asking for yourself to see if he wasn't a bozo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they're introducing me. So I know why they're introducing me because they're friends and they've been trying to hook me up for months.
Right.
Yeah. But,
Wait. So you went on another date?
no, we were just out, we were out, a bunch of people out for
Oh,
tea.
gotcha, gotcha,
Yeah.
gotcha.
Not, not us.
Martine says,
Martine says, yeah, I'd pay. Yeah, I had a guy tell me my mug collection is stupid. I may break it off with him. Not sure if he needs to try to make him understand it's not that proper. If you have to make somebody try to understand, you don't need to be talking to them.
I agree. Totally agree. Totally agree.
Yeah,
If you don't see the value in that, I mean, if he's nah,
yeah.
that means you
It
guys are
may,
not incompatible. So
yeah,
why even waste your time?
yeah. Look, you know Selma Hayek, the actress, right? I was watching her. She was on a TV. She was on a TV show.
Right.
Gordon. It's a British show anyway, and she was talking about her husband didn't want her adopting any more dogs, right?
Right.
And she was coming up with this huge scenario. And she was telling him, she called him up and she's like, oh, I'm so lonely. I do all these things. I need something. You're going to hate me. And her husband's response was, don't tell me you got another dog. Like, because they communicated so much, he knew she wasn't cheating. You know what I mean? And that's knowing somebody. That's knowing their communication style, knowing
So
what they'll
what are,
do.
what are your thoughts to what are your thoughts to a woman or a woman or a man who's saying, oh, that's just them. That's just them.
No. If that's just them, then that's an issue. If they're not doing something and you're dismissing it and saying that's just them, why are you so willing to put up with that?
Right.
Where are your standards and boundaries and requirements?
Exactly.
right?
So you would say, would it be safe to say that they don't know their worth?
Yeah,
Okay.
right. You should be demanding that people do what they're required to do. That's why you
Exactly.
see so much weaponized incompetence from some gentlemen who will purposely not know how to do things
Coach
so
D
they
didn't
don't have
come
to
to
do it.
play. Tell the folks what that looks like. Weaponizing
Uh, wep-
company.
Weaponized incompetence. A man who can't wash clothes, can't turn on a washer or dryer,
Right.
goes to the grocery store with a list and can't remember what milk looks like.
Right.
You
But
know,
some
like,
women, but I didn't expect you to go this way with it. But
yeah,
some women think that's cute. Oh, he doesn't know this. He doesn't know that.
that's because they don't know. It's not cute. A grown man doesn't know what milk looks like. It's not cute.
I didn't expect you to go this way with it, but it's cool.
You know. Well, you asked for examples, and that's an example of somebody who's putting in no effort,
Right, right, right.
right?
Martine says,
Martine says, right, and my sister tell me that I just need to give a guy a chance. You know what?
yeah, but if he's not paying attention, if he's not attentive to you, Martine, why? Why waste your time? Life is too short, man. Especially today in today's climate. Why even waste your time with someone who doesn't care about what you do and the things that you like? Why waste your time explaining to him that your coffee mug collection, this is what you do? That's a part of you.
Yeah.
So why even waste your time?
And this is where the self-worth part comes in. Because if you
Oh,
allow them to dismiss your desires, your wants, your needs, what makes you who you are.
you're minimizing yourself. In my
Yeah.
opinion, you're minimizing yourself when you try and explain to him what that means to you.
Yeah.
If you don't see it, that means that's not the guy for you.
Yeah.
That's
You
not your
have to ask
partner.
yourself why you're allowing them to dismiss your worth, right?
Exactly.
So she says, I have a friend whose husband doesn't like holding hands, being affectionate, and it gets her down. She says that's just how he is.
Exactly. I'll give you
Why
an
have you?
example, Martin. I'll give you an example. I have a countless amount of model cars throughout my house, in a foyer area, in my room, here in the podcast studio. I got model cars. Someone said something about why you got all the toys around. Guess what? That was a first and last time to the house.
Yeah,
That was a first and last. That's my thing. And anybody who knows me, you could ask Sal that I'm into toys. I love model cars and stuff like that, figurines and stuff like that. So that was a first and last time to my house. When you question, well, why do you have all these model cars around? And I'm talking about nice model cars. I'm talking about cost money, real good
yeah,
money. If I
yeah.
sold one, I can get it for like $200-300. But when she minimized that, I'm like, nah, I'm good.
Yeah,
And I
because
wasn't upset with it.
it's not a value to her. But here's the thing:
Exactly.
it should be a value to her if it's a value to you,
Boom.
and that's what
So
people don't get.
here's the thing. So when I told her later on, I was like, listen, I said, you seen those cars on a garage, makeshift garage and all that stuff. I use all that stuff for mobility to, get my mobility together as far as the left side. So I take my time and build these garages for these model cars.
Right.
And she knew right then and there she fucked up. I'm like, you don't minimize something that you know nothing about. You don't know why I'm doing that. You don't know why this garage is here. This garage, this toy garage. That's a part of my therapy.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
I wasn't gonna waste my time and you know keep having to come over insulting me with something that's very important to me.
yeah,
I'm not gonna waste my time with that.
yeah. Like back in college, I dated a guy who loved to fish. I hate fishing, absolutely
Right.
despise fishing. But his love language was quality time. So I said, okay, here we do. I will go fishing with you, but I'll bring books to read. He's like, that works. So we would go fishing. He would had a little, I don't know what, the bass boat. You know the bass boats have those, they're big and
Right, right,
long and
right.
flat.
Yep, yep.
Anyway, so he said he had the chair set in the back. He had blankets for me, a little shade umbrella. He goes, that way you can read. Here's a little. He strapped a cooler down so I could put my drink there, and he fished and I read and had a fabulous
And
afternoon.
one of the reasons why he probably went that way because you showed interest in what he
Yeah,
does.
yeah. said I
He's
would
gonna
love to
make it
go
very
fishing with
comfortable
you.
for you, knowing that you really don't care for it, and you decide to go out with him like that. Come on,
Yeah,
he's
I
gonna
said
make it
I can do
comfortable.
something I enjoy while you do something you enjoy. Right?
Exactly,
They were good with it. Now he has
exactly,
his wife loves fishing, so he has somebody who goes fishing with him and will fish. It
exactly.
is, yeah.
Martine got two here. One sec.
Martine says, "Y'all already know that I'm not playing around, giving a guy a chance on stuff."
That's right.
She said, "Yep, I enjoy cool, colorful socks, toy cars, shot glasses, mugs." Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. So,
If
but
you,
she had no. This girl had no idea. This woman. I'm not gonna call her a girl. She had no idea that I used that for my motor skills.
mhm.
She had no idea I was doing that, but she thought it. I mean, I was kind of insulted by it because I'm like, this shit costs more than your purse. What are you talking about?
Yeah,
You know, but she didn't stop to think, well, wow, that's amazing that you built this garage, this makeshift garage for your model cars,
yeah,
knowing my condition. I'm
right.
like, nah,
And here's the thing: if somebody dismisses something that's important to you, you have to stop and ask yourself why you're accepting that dismissal,
boom,
right?
boom,
And
boom.
it's when people raise their maintenance and raise their self-worth and they go, yeah, I'm worthy of somebody accept that I collect mugs.
Absolutely.
And that's my
Absolutely.
thing.
And some people, an average person probably would say, well, Trent, you was wrong for that. You didn't even invite her back. No, I'm not going to take a chance on her ass. I'm good.
Yeah.
I'm
We
good.
know
I'm not even
within
taking
we
a
know
chance
within
on that.
yeah, we know within like 5 minutes if it's gonna work or not.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Ask a couple of
Exactly.
questions and you know instantly. So, it is
Martine's
interesting.
coming through with the comments. Appreciate you, Martine.
Yeah.
It's my favorite Detroiter.
Martine says, I'm not a big liquor or wine drinker. I simply enjoy collecting the glasses. Also, it's fun when I do allow visitors. I'm able to serve food, drinks on fly dishes. Yeah.
Exactly.
And she says, I collect black Barts and Barbies. Yeah.
That's
Absolutely
right.
nothing absolutely nothing wrong with collecting things. Right?
Not at all.
If you have a favorite thing and you're collecting them, that if that person is worth their time, they would add to that collection.
Boom.
Right?
Boom.
It is what it is. So people are like, well, gee, isn't that money? I'm like, no, that's different because
I'll
it's
give you another
probably
example. I mean,
yeah.
you're hitting it out the park tonight. I'll give you another example. I used to date this lawyer. Her
Mm-hmm.
name was Felicia out of Los Angeles, right? And she collected Beanie Babies. You guys remember the Beanie Babies, right?
Right.
So she had it was like small collection. So every month I would buy her a Beanie Baby and send it to her. But I found something that she liked. I was like, wow, this is nice. Let me add to that.
Yeah.
And she ended up with like 2 garbage bags full of Beanie Babies. She still have
Mm-hmm.
them to this day. I haven't seen Felicia in over 20 years.
Oh yeah. It's all about putting in the effort, and effort is never low,
Exactly.
right?
Exactly.
So I would question um, your friend who says she's extremely low maintenance because what does that mean to her? And if she wants to
Oh,
email
she's
me,
listening. Trust me, she's listening. So,
it's dee.layler@gmail.com. I'd be happy to chat. Um,
so you're saying that that's a trauma response when she says she's extremely
there's something
low
going
maintenance.
on that they need to look at and find out why they're extremely low maintenance and why they think that's a good thing,
Right. Gotcha.
right?
So,
Don't you
so
imagine?
what's your thoughts on her saying the love language? If he knows her love language, she's easy to get along with. She's easy to be with. What's your
Love
thoughts
language,
on that?
love languages require effort. Love language. There's no way you can know somebody's love languages and not put effort.
True. True.
Giving
True.
gifts requires effort. Quality time requires effort. Affection requires
Ladies
effort.
and gentlemen, let me put this note out here real quick. Ladies and gentlemen, I had nothing to do with this topic. This is Coach D's topic because y'all always blame me of writing this stuff up. Now I was actually instructed to do that. I
Yeah,
had nothing to do with this topic. That was her topic, so can't
you're
take no credit
innocent.
for that.
You're innocent this time. I will take all the blame. But it's good to start the year off understanding where you are in the
Right,
world and who you are and the effort that's required to love you.
right, right.
Right? Love is an action word. It requires action.
Mm-hmm.
Right? If somebody's just sitting back and just gliding along,
Right.
then what are they really doing for you? Are they
I
fulfilling any
mean,
needs or
wouldn't and
wants
I'm
or
I'm
desires?
speaking to the audience at this point. Wouldn't you love for a person to know exactly something that you love, and you don't have to tell it to them? You don't have to mention it to them. You don't have to throw hints or anything like that. That's the best feeling in the world
Yeah.
when I get a collector's item, as far as model cars, for one of my friends. No, I don't need any. Trust me, I don't need any. But just to have it, I'll put that in a special case.
Yeah.
I'll put it in a special case because I didn't have to purchase it. It didn't come from me. It came from someone who thought of me without me saying, this is my thing.
Yeah. It's you know what? It's the subtle it's the little things. Like somebody sends you a fruit basket that only has your favorite fruits in it and not the ones you don't like. Somebody
We'll,
sends
we'll get
you
we'll get we'll get the outside, then we'll get to my favorite Detroiter.
Alvin says that is so true, Coach D. Yeah. Alvin and here's the saying, if he could, he would. Right?
Ooh,
If he could, he would. I've had a boyfriend drive through snowstorms to visit me.
pretty much,
You know what I mean? And
pretty much.
some of these fools won't drive down the street. So, high maintenance is not about money, it's about
Right,
requirements and standards.
right, right,
There's
right.
nothing to do with money.
It's true. Martine's going in. Let's see what's going on up here. One sec.
Uh, Fat
Let's
Fat
go
Cat
to the.
Entertainment says hello, everybody.
What's up,
Mar-
Lanye? I see you. I see you. I see you.
Martine says I'll be 58 this year. There's no way I'm going to put up with any old stuff on any level.
Absolute.
And then Martine said hi to everyone in the chat. Here's the thing: you can have standards at 18, 19, 20, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80.
That's right.
Because there
That's right.
should be a requirement of effort in order to love you.
Let's bring Fat Cat Entertainment up to speed because I'd love to hear what she has to say about that. That's Lanye from Cups Giving Hands out of St. Louis. Remember?
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
She's probably
that's
on the
Lanye.
same. I guarantee she's on the same wavelength.
So we're talking about: are you really low maintenance, or you just don't know your worth? Break it down from Coach D.
So what I was telling you is that if you know your worth, you cannot be low maintenance because your loving you will require effort. Knowing what you like, what you don't like, who you are, your needs and your wants require efforts. The love languages require efforts. It all requires effort. Low maintenance tells me that the person is not putting the effort into love you the way you need to be loved
Right.
or want to be loved.
And we also spoke on how, when you talk about maintenance, we're not talking about monetary stuff.
Yeah.
From the jump, they'll say, male and female will think about this. We talk about maintenance. Oh, my nails and toes done, my haircut, all this other stuff. Nah, we're not talking about that.
Had nothing to do with it. Yeah.
Nothing to do with it at all.
And
Martine
Martine says,
says,
I've always lived in the suburbs and had guys tell me I lived too far, never spoke with them again. Yeah.
yeah.
No,
Hey,
low
Martine,
effort.
are you speaking of Romulus? Because that wasn't far. Maybe he just didn't want to come. That was like Romulus really wasn't that far from Detroit.
We'll find out. But yeah,
Yeah,
I see that all the time. You'll see that people, and there's a difference in maintenance and requirements, right?
right.
So your requirements of what a person needs to have is, um, see, it's not
She
about
said
the
exactly.
amount.
She said Romulus, right?
Yeah,
Okay, and Romulus is not that far from Detroit. So these
that's
bozos
part of
didn't
it.
want to come out that far.
Uh,
They thinking it's too far. And me knowing how those Detroit guys think, they're lazy when it comes down to paying attention to a woman.
yeah. All right. So Fat Cat says I wouldn't say I'm low maintenance. I just like and live the simple things. Yeah. So liking the simple things means that that person will put the effort into giving you the
Right,
simple
right.
things, right? They'll remember
Like
the things that you like.
Martine says,
Also, Jonesboro is a half hour outside of Atlanta.
Yeah, but if he really wants you, he's gonna come and get you.
They're not driving
If
a
he
half
really
hour.
wants you, he's gonna come.
You
If
live in
he
the
really
country,
wants you, he's gonna.
you gotta drive that to the grocery store.
I give you an example. You hitting on all cylinders, D. You hitting on all. I give you an example. When Coach D and I got together, Coach D was in another country.
Hmm.
Mind you, I had never driven into another country. Okay. And I'm like, this was my first time going into Canada driving. I've always flown into Canada, but driving into Canada, going through the border, dealing with border patrol, all this other stuff. But I wanted to see her.
Hmm.
I wanted to spend time with her. So guess what? She told me, I'm taking the train from Toronto. You're gonna meet me in Windsor. I was like, but this is my first time. She was like, okay. She
And
told me exactly what to do, how to do it, how to get it. I said, I could just drive over there like that. I was great to this.
yeah.
I've always flown into Canada, but I never drove into Canada. So she was like, this is what you're gonna do. Make sure you have your passport, blah, 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 all this other stuff. I wanted to see her. I wanted to spend the weekend, spend time with her. So that's what I did. I went out of my comfort zone and did
Mhm.
something I'd never done before.
Yeah.
Driving to another country.
And
That's what I
yeah,
wanted to do. So if
and
you
people
want to, it doesn't matter if it's an hour and a half. It doesn't matter if it's 2 hours away. Hell, it don't matter if it's a 5-hour trip. He's gonna do it.
listen. My ex husband had a relationship with a woman in Florida. We're in Maryland. If he wanted to, he could. You know.
Stop.
So Martine says,
Stop.
right? I've met guys who lived in Toronto and Windsor who crossed the border with me to visit the resort. I even had a guy to say the only way this will work if we live together. Child, please. Yeah, that's just nonsense.
Exactly. One more
Yeah.
time.
Fact, I remember I drove to pick you up and we were not on a date level. Why? I needed you to run Fat Cat Entertainment. I knew you could.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. And actually, be honest with you, well, you know Lanya from
Mhm.
Cubs Giving Hand. She knew I couldn't fly, so she was like, I'm coming to get you. I
Yeah.
was like, what do you mean? She said, not only am I coming to get you, I'm coming to get you and Kobe.
Yeah.
She came with the Sprinter, boom, back to them. Back there, St. Louis, Illinois, everything. So, yeah, if you want something done, you're going to get it done. It doesn't matter.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
People get too caught up in like um, money and what money can buy and what money can do, but it's not even just you have to take the money out of it completely
exactly.
and then look at what
Exactly.
your standards are and what your requirements are, right?
Exactly.
Because think about it this way: if that person lost all their money, do they stop loving you, or
That's
do you
true.
expect them to stop loving them?
That is
Because
so true.
the economy can be fidgety at times, right?
Exactly.
It goes up and down. So if somebody lost all their money, then what?
That's
What do you
right.
have after that?
That's absolutely right. Absolutely right. So when we focus on the monetary piece of it, man, it's not good. That is
Yeah.
not good because we lose sight of what really matters to us.
Hmm.
So if I'm constantly focusing on, okay, well, D could actually buy me this, D could give me this, I'm losing focus on what really matters to me.
Hmm. Ursula came in with the center.
Ernest, what's up, Verse?
She says the beauty of it is people do what they want for who they want.
Boom, boom, boom.
We can just end the podcast there and go home.
That's what I'm
That's it.
talking about. It's like
That's
I
it.
said earlier. If I want to do it, I'm gonna do it. If I don't, I don't.
Yeah.
But
If
you
it could
focusing on
be,
this $500 I'm throwing at you to shut you up. What about the things that really matter to you?
yeah.
What about the things that really matter to you? So okay, that 500 gonna make you feel good on the outside, but you're feeling horrible on the inside.
Yeah.
When the lights
Oh yeah.
power off, your truth comes on. Think about it.
Mhm. It is. Like I had somebody who told me I was too smart for my own good. I'm like, no, honey, that just means you're not smart enough. Find somebody on your level. If we can't, and people are like, Dee, that's cold. I'm like, no, because if we can't have a conversation about what's going on in the world, then what are we gonna
Exactly.
talk about?
Exactly.
I can't.
You
I
know,
can
you
only
know what's so funny? I'm glad you brought that up because a lot of folks go on dates with these people who don't even belong in the same arena with them.
Mhm.
They're not even on the same league. They're not in the same league when I say league, they're playing football while you're in a, you're in a basketball arena, and vice versa. You're not in the same league.
Yeah.
You guys, if you guys can hold like-minded conversations, something's wrong with that.
Yeah. I don't like to use the word.
Why is he or she there? I don't get it.
Yeah. Martine says, if when I find meet a guy that who also likes me and we both enjoy the ish out of each other and things are properly aligned, it's on. Yep. And Ursula says, if a person wants you repeatedly, they will repeatedly make effort and it's not always be monetary or physically connected. Yeah.
Boom.
Yep. I agree.
Hers coming through with the comments. I see yours.
Yeah, you guys are right. They get it. They understand what it means, right?
Exactly.
So if you're allowing no effort, you have to sit in the mirror and look at yourself and ask you why you're allowing that.
And that's the piece we were talking about. Do you really know your worth?
Mm-hmm.
That's the piece we were talking about. Do you really know your worth?
Yeah. And
if you're accepting this,
money, it's about effort.
If you're accepting these things from this guy and he's not being attentive to you, he's not paying attention or anything like that, do you really know your worth? Oh, that's just him.
It goes both ways too.
That's just him. That's just him. That's just his way.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's his way to treat you bad.
Yeah, and it's the same thing for women towards the male in their life too.
Exactly.
Right? Like if they enjoy watching football, you don't like football, put in the effort, learn a little bit about the team that they like. You don't have to watch anything, but that way you'll be able to say, hey, I saw your guys won by 10 points last night or something.
Exactly.
Because that means you put in a little effort.
And in my opinion, that's the quality in a relationship, man, when she tell me exactly things that I don't have to tell her, throw hints at her. That's the quality in the relationship.
Yeah.
You talk to me about a model car, you're halfway in. You know what I'm saying? Or you talk to me about yoga, you definitely got a shoe in with me.
Yeah.
But if you don't inquire about the things that I like, the things that I love to do, I'm not interested.
Yeah. That's the same thing. If somebody has a view on current events, let's talk about it. Right?
Exactly.
I can only look into your pretty brown eyes for so long before I get bored. Right?
Exactly.
We need to have a conversation.
Exactly. Honestly, I think that's how you Mac me in the end, because I thought I was doing the Macking to you, but you actually Mac me with these current events.
Yeah, I know.
But that's one of my things, man. If you could have a conversation with me, that sapiosexual thing go a long way with me, a long way.
Yep.
Yeah, you look, you're easy on the eyes, but what's between your shoulders?
Yeah, I agree. Martine says, until then, I'm chilling by myself. I'll check the men out from afar and tee-hee-hee, then go home feeling just fine having a full-time platonically. Yeah.
Right.
And here's the thing. A lot of people, what was that I read in an article today? That men don't understand that women are not lonely because they're not dating. They just haven't found a man worth ending their peace and who can enter their peace.
That's interesting.
Right? So we should talk about that. Same way both ways.
We should talk about that Sunday. We should talk about that. That's interesting.
What,
I like that.
Lonely or just not wanting to interrupt your peace?
Boom.
Yeah, we can do that.
We should talk about that. Did we catch this one by ours? Did we catch this one? The one that's up there?
Yeah, we did.
Gotcha. All right.
Yeah. Let me write that down before I forget.
Yeah, we should talk about that.
My pens are missing one.
There's a ton of people. Matter of fact, I saw a friend of mine who actually posted a comment on being single and whatnot, and they were giving him a hard time. But
why?
I guess, because he enjoys being single, one, and that's just where he's at in his life. So there's nothing wrong, like, to me, in my opinion. Being single is not a death certificate.
Not at all.
You know what I'm saying? Once you open yourself up once I open up the gates to me, that means that I trust you. That means that we have things in common. But if we don't share the same thing, I'm just not going to be out here, frivolously dating. I'm not going to do that.
And there's absolutely no requirement to ever date because you can be very happy being alone. Nobody requires
Boom.
anybody to date, right?
Boom.
You don't want to date, live your life the way you want to live and enjoy.
That's it. That is it. That is it. That
Martine
is it.
says, I enjoy pillow talk, taking long rides, snacks, and art, conversation, drinks, sunshine, flowers, shoes, bicycles, to name a few things. Martine, this is a dating show, ma'am.
That's good stuff, dude. Good stuff. Good stuff. Good stuff.
But if anybody wants to meet Martine, please send us an email.
There it is. We hooked that up. She's a fly girl by way of Detroit, but she lives in Georgia. Be a nice pick, real nice pick.
Yeah, you know what? It's all about just knowing who you are and what you love and sharing what you love and that person that you care about sharing what you love to. And they may not do it the way that you do it. Like if you enjoy reading, they may play a game on their phone while you're reading, or watch TV with headphones on while you're reading. Something. That's right. You're sharing the same space.
That's right. That's right. Well, we got 3 to the hour. Man, this was a good one. This was a real good one. How time flies when you're having fun and getting things done. That's good stuff, man. Great topic, Coach D. Great topic. Teachable moment. You want to get to the teachable moment real quick?
I keep going back to if they could or they would. Let me go back. I'm going Ursula's is the teachable moment. Ursula's comment. People do what they want for who they want.
Nothing more to say to that.
Oh, that's what we need to talk about. I already got the title. They really don't like you.
Wait, what you say?
The title's They Really Don't Like You.
Well, scratch what I said. Let's do that one.
Yeah.
Martine said, "Well, don't scratch it. We'll do the one I spoke of. We'll do that the following Sunday. But the one you're talking about, let's do that one right next."
Yeah, because it flows nicely off this one.
Exactly.
Yeah. Martine says, "Y'all know that I'm comfortable in my skin. I just got off the phone with my daughter, and we both said that we need to read like we used to." Yeah.
Pretty much.
And then she says they're not that into you. Yeah.
That's right. That's right. And once we recognize that, man, when I tell you, as a different level of happiness, once you realize a person is not your person.
Yeah.
It's a different type of happiness.
Yeah.
Once you're comfortable with yourself.
Yeah. Some people will keep you around and pretend that they love you just to get what they want from you.
Exactly. Right? Exactly.
Yeah, and that's where the maintenance come in. If they are just getting, and you're not getting anything.
Exactly. It's a one-side situation. Yeah.
Yeah.
Totally get it. Man, well, this has been a good one, man. I'm actually, this is the first one back, and you hit it out the park.
It's a chapter in my book.
This is a good one. What'd you say?
It's one of the chapters in my book.
Tell the folks about that book so they could be on the lookout for it when it comes out.
How about, we got a minute? How about I read the forward to them? That'll give them a little taste.
That's a good treat because I read the forward. It's good.
All right. So 1 second. Let me pull it up. Bear with me. All right. So I'll read about the first half just to get you guys your mouth watering. In the quiet aftermath of a storm, there lies a profound silence, a space where introspective becomes a melody of the soul. This book, a gentle yet powerful guide, emerges as a beacon of hope for those navigating the intricate and often turbulent journey of rediscovering oneself after divorce. Divorce, a word often entwined with loss and endings, also marks the beginning of a profound journey towards self-discovery. It's a path that many tread with a mix of apprehension and courage, seeking solace and understanding in the face of newfound solitude. This book is a tribute to that journey, a testament to the resilience of the human spirit, and a companion to those who find themselves at this pivotal crossroads.
I can't wait to dig into that book. Tell the folks the title so they can be on, because we're gonna promote it on the platform, of course. The title for that book is
Journey to Yourself.
Boom. I can't wait to dig into it.
I still have I'm still working on it. I'm in the hardest chapters now because if you're writing a book, you're putting all of you into it, and sometimes when you're doing professional development, that takes a little more oomph than most people think. So
Exactly.
we'll get there slowly but surely. Exactly. It will be out.
We'll catch these last few comments, and we'll see you guys next Sunday. One sec.
Yeah. Ursula says he or she really isn't into you. Yeah. Correct.
Absolutely.
Martine says, guys think I'm arrogant when I turn them down with a smile. Oh, yeah. And then Martine just wished Happy New Year.
Same to you, my sister.
Yeah. Yes, Dee, a book. And then Sweet was the last one.
Good stuff.
So
this is a good one. Again, like I said, this is a great one. You hit it out the park with that one. I'm looking forward to the next Message Sunday. And as always, you guys can catch us on Spotify, Apple, YouTube, all that stuff. And of course, the B2G Unity TV network right there on the Roku channel. You can catch us each and every week on demand, streaming and whatnot. So Coach D and I have a plethora of topics and different podcasts, a variety of talks on everything. That's why we call it Gumbo Talk. Throw everything in it and come out with something on the other side. So good stuff. Appreciate you, Coach D. This is some good stuff here, and I'm going back and check this out.
Yeah, enjoy. I never go back and look at things. I said what I said.
Exactly.
All right. Well, y'all have a wonderful evening. Thank you all for watching all over the world. I have to go get Mr. Xavier ready for school tomorrow, so I hope you guys enjoy and look forward to chatting with you on next week.
What you guys be epic. Talk soon.
Bye.
Conversations with Trent in conjunction with Taylor Kennedie Media and your radio network would like to thank you for calling in and listening to tonight's episode. We hope that tonight's conversation offended you just enough to turn your mirror inward to come back for more. So until next week's conversation, be epic.